ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our Iskcon official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss second chapter of fifth canto. In the last chapter we have discussed how Priyavrata, he has done such works which cannot be emulated except by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is a verse, we have recited that verse also. So, in this chapter, we will hear about the so many sons. He has having so many sons, 10 sons. But we will hear about one son, that is Agnidra. That is genealogy. Priyavrata, then Agnidra, then comes Navi, then comes Rishabha, and this way, this fifth canto, it is been described. So, Agnidra, about his character and activities we will hear in this chapter. So, in past two verses, Agnidra's rule and austerities have been described. So, in verse 1 it is stated, you will see that in this fifth canto, most of the verses are in prose form, not in poem, not poetry form. So, you may think of why Sukadeva Goswami didn't use poetry form. It is described here that when the Lord arrived in the sacrifice arena, and the priests there, they prayed to the Lord in prose form. So it is in prose form. And so in verse 1 it is stated, Sukadeva Goswami continued, after his father, Maharaj Priyavrata departed to follow the path of spiritual life by undergoing austerities, King Agnidra completely obeyed his order, ruled this Jambu. Strictly observing the principles of religion, he gave full protection to the inhabitants of Jambu as if they were his own begotten sons. Jambu, we have discussed how 7 dipas, 7 islands. Jambu is in middle. Puskara, like that, different islands are there. 7 Puskar, etc. 7 islands and 7 oceans. So we are having this salty ocean. Some are having milk ocean, some are having sweet water ocean. We have already discussed it in last chapter. So anyway, so Agnidra wanted to marry and create progeny so that his genealogy will continue. So he went for austerities. It is stated in 3 to 6, these 4 verses. That once Maharaj Agnidra desired to have a son, and therefore he entered a cave of Mandar mountain to practice austerity. In Mandar mountain, where is this Mandar mountain? We have heard Hiranyakasipu did this austerity in Mandar mountain. So it is near Meru. That Ilavrata Varsha is there. In the middle of that Ilavrata Varsha, this so Meru is there. Lord says that Sikharinam Meru, Sikharinam Ham. So near that Meru, this Mandar mountain is there. So there he went to practice austerity. Understanding his desire, Lord Brahma sent a celestial girl named Purvachiti to Agnidra's hermitage. Purvachiti is an Apsara from Brahmaloka, where Brahma is staying. So you can understand how she is beautiful. After dressing herself very attractively, she presented herself before him with various feminine movements, and Agnidra was naturally attracted to her. It is by the arrangement of the Lord. That is the illusory energy of the Lord. That one male person is attracted to a female person. Javatinang Jatha Juni. The girl's actions, expressions, smile, sweet words, and moving eyes were fascinating to him. So Agnidra started flattering that girl, Purvachiti. In verse 7 it is stated, the prince mistakenly addressed the Apsara, O best of saintly persons, who are you? Why are you on this hill? And what do you want to do? Are you one of the illusory potencies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? You seem to be carrying two bows without strings. Two bows without strings. What is the reason you carry these bows? Is it for some purpose of your own or for the sake of a friend? Perhaps you carry them to kill the mad animals in this forest. This allegory, as we have been hearing the allegory of Puranjana by Narad Muni. This is this bow means this eyebrow. Eyebrows, stocks, that it will attract. Agnidra was expert in flattery, thus he attracted the celestial girl who was pleased to accept him as her husband because of his mellifluous words. So, we will hear 17 to 23, the 7 verses. Family life, descendants, and attainment of Pitriloka of Agnindra is described. So, in this way, this Purvachiti enjoyed royal happiness with Agnindra for many years before returning to her abode in the heavenly planets, that is Brahma Loka, Satya Loka, that is called Satya Loka. So, in verse 19 it is stated, this is in prose form, this verse is in prose form. Tasyamuha va atmajan saraja bara agnidro navi king purusha harivarsha ilavrita ramyaka hiranmaya kuru bhadraso ketumala sangyan navaputran ajanyat. The names of his 9 sons are described here. This is also the name of the 9 verses in this Jambudipa. Very important. So, in her womb, Agnindra begot 9 sons, Nabhi, King Purusha, Harivarsha, Ilavrita, Ramyak, Hiranmaya, Kuru, Bhadrasa, and Ketumar. Most important, we should remember these things, these names, and these are the different verses in these 9 verses in this island called Jambudipa. We will hear about them in 5th canto, Bhugola. This is our geography. This is our Vedic geography. Sorry. So in verse 20 it is stated, Purvachiti gave birth to these 9 sons, one each year, but after they grew up, she left them at home and again approached Lord Brahma to worship him. She went back. The purport of Prabhupada Maharaj says that there are many instances in which Apsaras, heavenly angels, have descended to this earth by the order of a superior demigod, like Lord Brahma or Lord Indra, have followed the demigod's order by marrying someone and giving birth to children and have them return to their celestial homes. For example, after Menaka, the celestial woman who had come to delude Vishwamitra Muni gave birth to the child Shakuntala. She left both the child and her husband, Vishwamitra, and returned to the heavenly planets. Heaven. So, in this way, in verse 21, it is stated that because of drinking the breast milk of their mother, the 9 sons of Agnindra naturally had strong, well-built bodies, and their father gave them each a kingdom in a different part of Jambudipa. The kingdoms were named according to the names of the sons. Thus, the sons of Agnindra ruled the kingdom they received from their father. So, the purport of Prabhupada Maharaj says, the Acharya specifically mentioned that in this verse, the words Matu Anugrahat, or by the mercy of their mother, refer to the breast milk of their mother. In India, it is a common belief that if a baby is fed his mother's milk for at least 6 months, his body will be very strong. Besides that, it is mentioned herein that all the sons of Agnidra were endowed with the nature of their mother. Bhagavad Gita 140 says, also declares, Strisu, Dushtasu, Vasneya, Jayate, Varnasankara. When women are polluted, Varnasankara, unqualified children are generated. And when the Varnasankara population increases, the entire world becomes hellish. In this way, we'll see that Agnindra, however, his senses unsatisfied, was always thinking of his celestial wife, Purvachiti. And therefore, in his next life, he was born in her celestial planet. Jang jam bhavi smaran bhavang tajantanti kalavaram. Tam tam avita kunta sada tadoha bhavita. In Bhagavad Gita 8th chapter, Lord said, at the time of death, whatever you think, you will get the next birth. In this way, Agnidhya's about Agnidhya we had, and in the next chapter, 33rd chapter, we'll hear about Navi, who will give birth to his son Isavdev, who is an incarnation of the Lord. And this way we will hear. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our channel, and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.